Milky Way locks in Kindred. Game 5, his signature pick. We've talked about it for many players, but Milky Way on the Kindred stands first and foremost amongst them. Game on. It is all in his hands, and he has a carry pick. Scruttle, bot lane control over to TT.
First stack, and it leads straight into a fight. Beichuan sent away his feather. Tries to flash under the tower, but Doctum survives. They try and get more as life gets out as well, but Milky Way has chunked Beichuan. UCal starts the crab. So Milky Way might just try and burst this one down and spite it, but he can't. Forced to flash away from feather as Care gets a good trade onto UCal, and Milky Way jumps back into the fray once more. Crab taken, nobody dies, but TT get the crab.
So the map Hoya is on the Renekton. Hasn't been 1v3 this time, so I guess he'll be happy on that side, but that's definitely something to be afraid of. Oh,
1xN's kind of low here. Doctum is going to be able to get his W off. 1xN caught under the tower. Oh! Mystic shot, not quite enough. The barrier is, though.
That's Milky Way in the bush. This is going to be a dead. Varus all the same. Wolf going to stop that back. Just hounding 1xN at the ankles. They're going to use a Q to just get a couple of minions out. He knows he's dead. It's just what he can do after this point. Actually, teleport coming in. That works out very well for them. 1xN.
Like, she's been doing this
boy.
before. For years, in fact. She's been doing this since before Zeri was born. And Care very much getting the advantage in the mid lane 1v1. And to be honest, it feels like all series, Care's pretty much been getting the advantage in this mid lane.
Yeah.
All, to be honest, compared to previous. But perhaps here in Game 5, that's where he can step up and make a difference. Perhaps not, though. As a fourth plate goes down in the mid lane.
Yeah.
He is on Zeri at the end of the day. Like, there's plenty of time to scale, but that's what we thought about Smolder, and that didn't find a win.
Yeah. This is the kind of game where you will probably want to watch back in terms of that, if you can find the pro view of Care or UCal. See how important that gank was from Milky Way earlier. Keeps coming back to this point where TT, they wanted to play through lane. They just lost first turret of the game, solo mid lane to Care. His ultimate soon, he's going to get towards that point where he's going to just be a better teamfight champion than the Renekton. Hoya has not met the mark for that so far, and now UCal caught out on a side lane. This is not what they want to see.
Life and Milky Way are here. There's 3 minions remaining. Call of the Forge God sounds as UCal knocked up again, but the lightning clash isn't enough. No, it's enough for Care to grab first blood at 14 minutes.
It's been a long time coming, but it goes to FPX. They have stunted TT's early game. It's also marked for Milky Way too. Doctum now somehow caught out randomly in the enemy jungle.
He wants to trade for this dragon. He's moving straight up towards that top lane. Hoya is on the way towards the top lane, but the ward over the wall from Life, I'm pretty sure, is going to give Hoya a bit of a sign that this is not a tower that he wants to walk anywhere near. So he'll stick around in the tier 2 while the rest of his team is a herald out from Beichuan. And UCal, he may be behind on the Zeri, but he is still a Zeri with 3 grubs. This tower might just fall in TT. Find themselves a fantastic trade.
Yeah, they do. That's a lot of good gold back into an important role. UCal, he's going to get himself what looks like a first item, Blade of the Ruined King coming through here. We do occasionally see that on this area.
As we've seen said during this series. You remember game number 1? It feels like a long time ago. We saw that Viego Aurora combination. It was certainly potent. But like I said, a long time ago now. And potentially this next Drake could be a decider in that regard.
So FPX, they get themselves good vision control. They're set up for the objectives. Once again, is very good. God, when you're walking through that brush. The fog wall from TT has got to be terrifying at this point. Beichuan needs to be careful not to stack up into a choke point against him. You've got to be careful not to give those resets over to the Varus passive as well. Very, very powerful on this patch. FPX, they have the ability to stop that Brand, the Zeri, and the Varus, but they can't disrespect them.
4 stacks for Milky Way, by the way, so it does have that range increase. Call of the Forge God, and ZDZ flashes to make it happen. Beichuan, the target, and found a triple knockup from Life as Care is on the bottom side, but he dips away as they try and jump onto him. Doctum getting the damage down in the meantime. It's 4v4 on the map right now, but there's no jungler for the side of TT as Doctum chases TT away, and Care is on the flank right now. There's no tower to get onto, and they're slowly being picked apart. It's the Drake for FPX, and perhaps a little bit more. Feather flash away from his Life, finds the knockup as well, and the Lamb's respite keeps FPX afloat. 1xN falls, not a single casualty in the follow-up fight. FPX are large and in charge.
And Milky Way pulls the Lamb's Respite out at the best possible moment. TT, that was their moment to make a difference, and they cannot do it. FunPlus Phoenix getting themselves all of that damage, all of those AD carries involved in that last play point, but he just can't get enough done. He doesn't have the damage at this point. We're back into a fight.
We're going again, and ZDZ's been caught this time. A good start for TT as Life gets onto the backline to try and answer, but he's caught himself. A double kill for Hoya as Dogdom will go down too. Yukal gets that, and it's Baron is onto the map. TT, they found a miracle again.
All of our first 14 minutes of all quiet on Summoner's Rift have been made up for here. 10 kills in the ensuing 10 minutes. And it's going to be Baron over for TT, just as we were praising FPX for using their mobility, chasing down TT when their engage is gone.
Series R. It's 2 minutes until the next Drake. FPX may be still with an advantage, but it's minor at best.
Folks, this is why we love the LPL. Round 1, and it's still just so exciting. Baron buff being used, Matron looking for the stun!
Dogdom low, knocked up by the death charge, but he will survive. The Call of Forge God tries to save him as well. Tower down though, and Hoya's just charging up forwards. Yukal is starting to stack up on this Zeri. Dogdom low on HP, a True Shot Barrage is good, but it's not good enough to save these towers.
And FPX, they start falling apart to the random pick potential. Beitron, his brand has been so key to TT's success in these fights. He can't get himself into the positions he wants.
Will just be a tower on the top side for FPX here as the Drake is spawning, and TT will get themselves to Soul Point. FPX just trading opposite instead, not willing. So I can understand a thought process here for FPX saying, look, let's wait 5 minutes, let's just scale a little bit more, get a couple more items. Maybe in 5 minutes time, ZDZ on tank duty here, looking for further, and here comes the choo-choo train, but no, doesn't get the second hit, and Milky Way's being burnt down. Lamb's Respite already used here, as on the front line, Beitron gets into the Lamb's Respite himself, the shield is there, and Mikhail saves the day, but FPX are so low, arrows fly in, and a knock-up from ZDZ nearly saves the day. Stun from Hoya as Care tries to carry, and he might just do it. 1xN falls, and Care wants redemption from Spring as he takes the game by the horns.
I think they've done it! I think they've cleared the clouds! The ThunderTalk might have just fallen to a whisper. Dogtam and Care turn it around when they need it the most.
When it was all on the line, FPX, they went all the way to 5 games, but this story is not finished yet. This incredible debut from Milky Way, this incredible year from the rest of the squad, they keep their playoffs and world's dreams alive.
These were some of the best highlights from today's 2024 LPL Summer Split matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.